Live from Wave in Louisville, Kentucky. This is Listens Live.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Wave Listens Live. I'm your host, Brian Shlonsky. We have got a great show for you today. We are all over the place with our guests joining us, starting in the kitchen. We'll be talking about Burgoo Bash 2024. Then we'll sit down with PNC Broadway in Louisville, talking about the upcoming year of shows, followed by Mr. P's HVAC. We've got a lot of tips for you, things you need to know as we head into a new season. But we mentioned we are starting things in the kitchen here today, the Burgoo Bash. You need to hear about all the details. I've got three people here to help fill us in on everything going on with this. Sam Cruz with Against the Grain joining us. I've got Robin Miller with Apron Inc. and Logan Adams, Pinball Garage. And you're a second place winner, and we're going to be doing some cocktail crafting here, we'll call it here. You will be. I'll just be watching. So before we get into some of that, Sam, I want to start with you. Fill everybody in on the details, Burgoo Bash, what they need to know if they haven't been, paying attention up until now.
Yeah, well, this is our third year, the third annual Burgoo Bash. It benefits Apron Inc., a great organization that helps our service industry folks in crisis. So we're super excited. The third year is amazing. We have twice as many contestants, so more Burgoo for everybody. The cocktail contest has happened, and we have some great cocktails to share with people. And then also we have the cornbread contest, a new added component, and we have some contestants for that as well. It's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, a lot to look forward to with this. You mentioned that Apron Inc. is a benefactor. So, Robin, let's talk about how events like this help you continue the cause that you do to help people in the restaurant industry in our area.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us. And a fun little tidbit about that cornbread competition is that our very own Dawn G, her sister, is going to be baking up some cornbread that day.
She
for
could
that.
win.
I know, so it's kind of got a little bit of a wave flavor to it.
We always like that. If we can throw a tie in there.
No, Apron is really proud to partner with Against the Grain for a third year in a row on this. Thank you so much for all that you do for us, and thank you to the community for all that they do for us by supporting events like this, because it supports our restaurant industry of independent restaurant workers who are struggling financially through no fault of their own. So perhaps they've had an accident or an illness, maybe they had a house fire or something that's preventing them from working. They're not getting paid, and they're really struggling to kind of literally keep their lights on. We recently had somebody that we saved from being evicted from her home on the day that she was going to be evicted. Wow. And it's because of the donations that we get from partnering with organizations like Against the Grain and the donations we get in from the community. So these things are really important.
Okay, so if we need you to come out to Burgoo Fest, and you're doing a good cause in the meantime with that as well. Okay, we mentioned the cocktail contest has already happened. That's where you come into play, and you placed in this. You knew you would, though, right?
No.
Well, congratulations. Can you start by telling us a bit about what the competition was like, and then what the cocktail is that you finished second with?
Yeah, I have worked with Monk's Road in the past. I really like working with them. I paired with them for the Cincinnati Alchemy Fest last year, and I placed second. And I just kind of built really good relationships with the people that they have on staff. And I worked again with them during Louder Than Life at the Big Bourbon Bar, so I rushed to their lane and made sure I was there all weekend, and it was really fun. So when I saw this competition, I was like, maybe I'll come out and do it, but it's like 2 hours away, so maybe I won't.
You're from Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you came down from Ohio. You were familiar with Monk's Road, so you knew that maybe I could place this. So what was the cocktail that you crafted?
So it had to be on theme for Alabama.
Okay.
So I did Song of the South. Sweet potato pie.
Yeah, very famous.
Yes. So it is a vanilla bean, honey, and brown sugar syrup, a sweet potato puree with pie spices. We got nutmeg, clove, a little bit of black pepper, and then black walnut bitters, of course, Monk's Road, and that's it. Simple as that.
And you're back in Louisville now just to hang out with us today and listen?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming down. We're looking at an overview of the cocktail, and if you want, I don't know if you're mixing them up here, you are happy to go along with that while I ask some more questions. I want to talk to Sam a bit about ticketing information and things as we're leading up to this, kind of the details, the when, where, why, how, so that we can make sure everybody can participate.
Yeah, so the event is it's March 16th.
Okay, coming up.
Yeah, 3 to 6 p.m. At Slugger Field, the West Concourse. It's called the Hall of Fame. It's a beautiful location. It's much larger than we were at last year. In addition to that, tickets are $35 in advance or at the door. You can get those tickets by checking out the website atgbrewery.com. Just go there. There's a banner at the top. It'll take you to it.
Even though the cocktail competition portion has taken place with Monks Road already, we able to try some of the winners while we're there?
Absolutely, yeah. And I just want to give a shout out to Monks Road too. They sponsored this. Without great places like that are like wholly committed to our industry, we couldn't do this cool stuff.
Right.
So I want to give them props. And yeah, you'll be able to try both of the top 2 winners of the competition there. Both the cocktails, the bourbon, and also Against the Grain beers will be available for purchase.
Okay. So
And speaking of competition,
a lot to look forward to.
We're still actually looking for some competitors. So if anybody wants to cook up some burgoo or cook up some cornbread, we're still looking for a couple more people to do that. And you don't have to be a chef at a restaurant. You can just be kind of a home chef.
Maybe it's something you've done, grandma's recipe or something like that. Okay.
Exactly. So just look on ATG's website and you'll find information about that.
That's how you could sign up to be one of the
Yep.
the cook folks for this the whole event. Okay, Robin, I want to stay with you for a second though,
Yeah.
because anything coming on this year that you guys need help with Apron that we're looking forward to for the rest of the year?
Yeah, we are always looking to fundraise, and we're always looking to friend raise. So we're always looking to get our word out about who we are. We've been around for 11 years, but there's still some people who don't know about us. So I don't know what that's about, but we're trying to get that word out more. So every month we have a happy hour at the last Wednesday of the month around town, and they are intended to be friend raisers. We love when somebody puts a little something in the
Sure, to help out.
But that's really not its purpose. It's really just so people know what Apron is. We can tell the stories about the people that we have helped who allow us to tell their stories.
Right.
Some of those are confidential, and it's just a really great opportunity. We also have a big tasting event that we do in the summer called Taste of Independence.
Okay.
So we just named the location for that. I don't know if that's for public consumption yet, but
Sure.
be on the lookout. I'll just tease that out here a little bit.
You'll be back and we can talk about that more, right?
So there's always great ways to get involved, and we just really love partners like Against the Grain who think about us and just say, hey, let's do something fun, and this is really fun.
Well, we thank Against the Grain for being a part of this, and then you guys have been on the show before. You're always doing something wonderful in the community, so thanks for continuing that. Let's pop up the ticketing info one more time before we let you go for this segment, because we want to make sure everybody has a chance to get out there to the 3rd annual Burgoo Bash. And while you're there, you've got to try Logan's Cocktail. Remind me the name of this again.
Song of the South.
Song of the South. It's finished. It looks wonderful. It looks fantastic. I get to drink it after the show, but I have 2 more segments to go. Thanks all 3 of you for being here. Thanks for coming down from Ohio, and we look forward to seeing everybody out at the Burgoo Bash this time around. Stay with us here on Wave Listens Live. We've got 2 more great segments to go coming your way next. We're going to be sitting down with PNC Broad.